This is what our bracket or our group results looked like. Unfortunately, Daking Dunk did have to miss out on relegation, so we couldn't see him play. But it was on that relegation seat though. Was that was something. It was a heartbreaker.
It was a heartbreaker. A few wrong plays on my end, and it just turned out to be level wisdom.
Good old wisdom. Yeah, these guys are all ready to go. I'm gonna send them off. So let me get them all started.
Also, hi, Robro. I saw that.
Alright, they are given the 4 starts.
And they are off.
Yeah, one thing I'm really interested in, kind of like seeing, especially rewatching the VODs, is where most people go to their first starts. Whether they just do the Pride Lands because of the movement, or if they do those death abuse early just because it's a beginner setting.
Yeah, and when we had the the coach races a while back, I told my guy, hey, let's go kill ourselves in a few worlds quick, get that out of the way, and then we'll go to Pride Lands and do that. Because I just find, like, if you put it off, you're going to get, like, stats quick enough to kind of mitigate those death abuse strats.
Right. A lot of it just comes down to personal preference, I believe. Most people, they like their movement early, so they go PL, but then they risk not being able to do those death strats, and some people just want to get them out of the way early.
Yeah, but everybody on our screen here deciding to go to Pride Lands, everything like that. Our other 3 racers, one decide not to do this, but we're going to keep it to the 4 right here on the screen for now. If you want to check them out, you can go check them out, our other racers. But for now, we're starting to make our way through Pride Lands. Nothing here in this first room, as far as we can tell. Also looking at the worlds, the one world that's dead,
Halloween Town,
seems to be Halloween Town.
Nothing in Halloween Town. That's
interesting.
Well, that is one death abuse they don't need to take on that first fight.
Correct. Yeah, if this wasn't beginner or this was on critical, I'd still say, hey, go there and then not do the fight in Christmas Town. Like, that's usually where I stop if it's a blue world, just to see if there's any good abilities or anything right there at the beginning. But not so much in this. So you're going to be able to get through most fights pretty easily, even for people who haven't played as much of this game as they should. Ooh, explosion! Right out.
Explosion, that's very good early on.
Let's go. That's nice to see pretty early. Find our ultimate finisher. Yeah.
So far, it's looking like a very dry Pride Lands.
Yeah, but we know there's something here. It's just not really revealing itself too much yet.
Yeah, we're coming up on the last few checks for Pride Lands 1.
Yeah.
Outside
mostly,
of Scar.
Yeah, mostly it's just been a few nice abilities, Explosion being the big one that we found. But yeah, nothing too huge. Flash Step, like I said, some useful ability.
Little gap closer, always nice to have.
Absolutely. And going out of Pride Lands, we've got Guard Break as well. So we've got both of our ground finishers, both of our really good ground finishers, but nothing in that first visit.
Nothing.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so it's looking like Scar may hold something, but we'll get some information to find out.
All right. But we're heading into Agrabah on our top right. Hopefully Death and Abusing out of here. So one more hit, and there you go. We've got a second Agrabah push on the top left. Got a third Agrabah push. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4 on our screen. Got some menus. Leave us in anticipation. But
Master Form on the first fight.
There you go. Yeah, our bottom right corner deciding, you know what? Let's check 3 checks in LOD. So a little bit of deviation here. Nothing too huge, but still making variety the spice of life.
Man, all I really want from this is just not a go mode. That's all I want.
There you go.
I still feel bad for that relegation seed.
It had a chance to not be a go mode, and it just turned out to be one.
Yeah, it was a what is it, sub 55 average, I think, for everyone, which is actually
believe so.
Pretty damn insane.
Yeah, it's a fast seed, and I believe everybody just leveled wisdom as soon as they got it. You're probably looking at a 40-minute seed for most people if they just do it right away.
Right.
And we'll see if people have learned from that relegation seed and are more willing to try to actively level the forms a bit.
I learned that one the hard way. Just level your form.
Yeah, and here right off the start, in Agrabah, you can level Master Form pretty easily off of the Fat Bandits. If you really want to, because they drop drive orbs. You don't need a drive converter. Jackpot would be helpful, and plus in beginner you're less likely to die right away to them, so would be a nice way to level them up. Also on the wizards in the first room of the Cave of Wonders would also be very good. Speaking of Agrabah, we got Lamp Charm, and that's it. That's all that we got for this room. So
I feel like at this point you kind of should push this. So like KH2 in the top right is gonna progress. I feel like you should just get the progression point from Abu, even though this one is done.
It's done, but yeah, you're right there. You might as well.
Yeah.
And you lose out on Halloween Town, right? That one progression point there. So you gotta find the easy spots to maybe make up those hints.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. Like I said, if you big brain it and want to level Master Form, this is also a great place to do it. Getting some more deviation here. We've got a Chicken Little in the Rampart of Port Royal. So that's 2 of our summons found. We've got a push into Space Paranoids. So we're going to get 6 checks out of here. Also finding a Blizzard in OC on the way down to Hades Escape.
And looks like we also got our first hint here. Beast Castle's no path to light.
Alright. So that doesn't mean Beast Castle's unimportant. It just means that there's not really going to be anything there to really lead us anywhere. So we can kind of figure out where it's not through going to Beast Castle.
And speaking of Beast Castle, we have our first push into there.
That makes sense. Like you're still at a low enough level that you can kind of death abuse off these guys. Also using Comet there get you quite a bit of, I guess, attacks.
Actually, Comet does not contribute to the hit count. That is your fun fact.
Looks like he's just spending his money.
I feel like I knew that as soon as I said it. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I right on this? I don't think so.
Looks like they just wanted to get their money up, and I don't blame them for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zach for clarifying that point that I believe. I think he did that. He said that like during like a league race or something.
Right. Well, and I feel like that's definitely the case. Like also with what is it? The station fight.
Yeah.
I used like 3 limits one time in the station fight. I'm like, why is this not ending? it's just I'm not progressing. Why? But we got a magnet up in Beast Castle. So pretty much any world with a magnet can't have the proof, which leads us to the World Never Was, Port Royal, and Halloween Town, which is already dead. So none of those worlds can have a proof in it.
I will say, speaking of Halloween Town, what is it? Herdez did just push it in top left, and they got horizontal slash in the forest before Christmas Town. So unless other people push it, they have a really good combat tool that no one else might get.
There you go. Very nice. Also, is that a Thunder there on...
Yes, it is. Thunder and SP.
SP, alright. Yeah, I've got my own tracker up, keeping track what everybody's doing, including stuff that isn't on our screen from the other runners, but we're not going to talk too much about that. If you want to look at them, you go ahead and do that. But here we're going to be focusing on our 4 runners, one of which is going to Twilight Town already.
And found an experience boost, so that'll be very nice for them when they want to level up.
Yeah, there you go. And considering even with that Thunder and SP, there's still more there, so SP is still a good spot to level, and you're still going to find more after that. So yeah, that's good to find. Also got some DC pushes right now. Nothing in the opening, but we've got one of our runners pushing the mouse. Maybe another one will as well. We've also got a Thresholder fight going on here. Another good spot to get some drive orbs, get up to level 2. Nothing on level 2, but we got one more level to go after this.
And both the 2 experience boosts in Twilight Town 1. That's very nice.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's see if he opts to. No, it looks like he's going to leave here. We also got another... Ooh. We got another...
That's a big hint.
Creation's Path of Non-Existence. That's really big.
All right. So now we got to go and check what is in the shop. Because one of those... I believe it's 5?
Yes, there are 5.
5 projects.
So one of
comics,
those...
if you want to write this down, one of them I believe is Battlefields of War in the shop.
Okay. I'm just going to put them in the creation.
Yeah. The other is Identity Disc. I think... Oh, that's not there. Oh, this is going to be hard unless someone else checks it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody...
Well, we're starting to get some overlap on our 4 runners here. The only progression that we don't know about is these mini pushes right now, so we've got some time to look into.
I do have the spoiler log, so I have the ugly way. Bone Fist is in the shop.
Okay. Well, we know that can't be because it's already blue.
Scimitar is the 4th one.
Scimitar. We also know that can't be it because Agrabah's already dead.
And Ice Cream. Okay, so that is the 5th one.
And the ice cream.
Okay. So with that hint, it's non-existence, correct? It's a little small on my screen, so I'm not reading it. Yeah, so non-existence from the places that are still alive can be in... I want to say the items, not the worlds. OC, SP, and Twilight Town are our 3 options for where the proof of non-existence can be. Is that... Wait a minute. Is that 2 reflects in Disney Castle?
That is indeed 2 reflects in Disney Castle.
Well, how about them apples? That's pretty neat. And there's still more here. How about that? Yeah. This fight not going so well at the bottom right. We're still going to make it through it. Right there.
Oh man, they're both struggling on the bottom.
Both struggling on SP.
This isn't the struggle fight. This is the old Pete fight.
And we'll see if Herdis finds anything in Piglets. Another set of torn pages.
Hey, we got some pooception going on here. Where was the first set of torn pages found there?
It was in Twilight Town.
Twilight Town? Good deal. Alright. Right, so they might go and do that second torn page, just because we know that there's more here. You take that risk, you go to the next page and everything like that. If it ends up panning out for you and there's more in 100 Acre Wood, then hey, that's good for you. If it doesn't, then oh well.
I'm sure they'll check it out. We won't know if they'll do the mini game though. We'll have to see how they want to play that one out.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like we got some bit of a crossover. I'm going to try to get our other set of racers prepped.
Okay.
Alright, so in the top left we have Warehouse Jesus. In the top right we have Khaled, who stream froze on my end. Apologies. In the bottom left we have Ravspect, and in the bottom right we have the recording of Hoo-Ha. Hoo-Ha unfortunately could not play the seed live, but was able to async just a few hours ago.
And look on Hoo-Ha's tracker, it looks like they found final form in Beast Castle.
Ooh. It's nice to find.
And with Beast Castle being no past age, we won't have to worry about dry forms.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Since you're switching over to them, I'm going to put the other guys.
We are seeing an HB push out of Warehouse Jesus right now. Makes sense. Just make sure you cover all your early shotguns if you can. You have a couple TT visits finishing up, or about to start or finish up. So let's see if there's anything here, this opening of HB. They don't have a membership card, so they will have to figure out where that is in order to progress.
Everybody else already making strides that we've seen from one runner or another. Run runner or another. Yep, that's a sentence I can't say today.
That's a sentence.
All right.
I would have struggled with that too.
I am done trying with that sentence for today. Yeah, so we're heading into Bailey fight. Nothing
outside of Bailey. Just a reaction boost. It looked like.
How about them apples? All right. But we have a second dive into the second page on our top right runner, and nothing at Rabbit's house. So, but we do have some final form leveling down on the bottom right, which. Yeah, we know that drives can't have a proof or anything, but there's still stuff on drives, so that could still tell us something down the line.
In finals, always it's nice to have leveled up for some of the fights. If you go do Demix and Hall Bastion 2, any of the or a few of the fights in World That Never Was and the Tower Climb.
True. And there was the membership card right there on the station fight. All right.
Okay, we are seeing a finishing, or some of the shotgun finishing from Where's Jesus doing PR, or doing Pride Lands.
Pride Lands.
Almost the wrong consonant. We'll probably see from the bottom left from Ravspec also going to do both pages.
Now we're getting a tower climb in the bottom right. We're also starting to get a PR push on the top right, which I don't think we've seen quite yet. So
yeah, some insider knowledge, as in we've seen this before. Khaled, that's in the top right, actually likes to go for the early XP grind if they can. Every time they can do it. So because there was the double XP boost from TT, they're just going straight here to PR, gonna try to get as many levels as possible, while also pushing PR for whatever checks it could have. Unfortunately, they don't know that it's dead, because they didn't go to Beast Castle, but maybe the levels that they get will offset the fact that they're pushing this.
Yeah, we'll let to see how that turns out.
Yeah. Sure. Sounds like a good plan.
We'll see. We'll see if it works out for them.
Who knows? There just could be something sitting there on levels we don't know about.
Yeah. Get that nice second chance once more hinted. That's always the fun one to figure out. It's like, hey, this is only hinted in 2 places. I found second chance once more. Huh. Should probably level.
I think we've actually seen everyone so far do both 100-acre minigames.
I don't believe somebody like skipped them. They just got the page. They're like, I'm going to do the next one.
So everybody had the same great idea to keep going. We'll see whether or not that works out for everybody. That's another Thunder in Port Royal.
And on KotC2's stream, OC, No Path to Light.
Okay. So that means that Blizzard holds No Path to the Light, which kills off Atlantica. Dang it. And Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, so Hollow Bastion has no path to the light. Or no, it can't have a proof.
Can't have a proof.
Yeah, so we've already got 4 places killed off for us. We've got Agrabah, Halloween Town, Drives, and Hollow Bastion killed off.
Now, the Wonder Voice has also been eliminated because
That's
of the
right.
magnet from Beast Castle.
The magnet.
That's right.
That actually is some interesting knowledge. You'll maybe see some people opt to just outright not do the one never was for a while until they're like super comfy. Sometimes you'll see players just immediately push it to get all those early progression points.
With the magnet in BC, does that mean also that Port Royal is killed off?
Yes, it does. Which is unfortunate for KotC2 in the top right, because if they just push all the way, go find that magnet, if they go Beast Castle next, so it's going to look a little rough for them.
Right.
Because you essentially almost wasted a visit.
Yeah. You're pretty much pushing this just for knowledge now. Like, if it gets hinted and you found something here, like it can help you narrow it down, but better to go where you know it could be rather than where you know it isn't. Hopefully I'm explaining this clearly enough. I'm just kind of talking out my ass a little bit.
No, you got the right idea. You have the right idea. You're fine.
There we go. There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you got
anyway.
Picture.
Ooh, Picture. Where did we get Picture? In Port Royal?
Yeah, Picture from the minute fight in PR from KotC2 side on the top right.
Nice. So with the ice cream in the shop and with the Picture here, you can make your way through Twilight Town all the way through, which, I mean, it is hinted, I think. Yes, it's hinted through the synth.
So it's not concretely there, but it could be there. You don't have enough hints yet to fully determine, so that's something they have to weigh.
Yeah. There are a few things going for it, though, right? It's the second biggest world. Easy enough to level up there, especially being on beginner mode, and less likely to die easier. So you can level up on the TT3 enemies. So there's a few reasons to go there, but we'll see if anybody prioritizes that or decides, you know what, let's go to these other areas first.
I think, what is it? The old, before visit locks were a thing, the old methodology was just always push TT3.
Yep.
because it was just so powerful. So they could just do that.
Push GG3, go! Yeah. Well, that's... well, and here's another thing. Port Royal might be important because if the proof is in TT beyond TT1, that picture is going to be important. So the one drawback of path hints is that you might not get your world unlocks hinted, so you got to just start looking for it anywhere that isn't already blue.
Yeah, a common problem you'll see with path hints as well related is for some of this, depending on like the seed you roll, sometimes you'll get a go mode and you won't get reflects because you know your reflects are hinted in certain worlds, but those worlds just are not on the path to anything you're doing.
Right. Interesting. Alright, so all of our runners kind of starting to cross the streams here. Just going where everybody else has. Nothing too big or new going on quite yet.
I will say, I think these are the three we have on screen here. Sorry, so the top left, top right, and bottom left. I think all three of these racers are actually the last few people to be touching Beast Castle. I think everyone else has.
Right. That's true. We also saw our top right racer go ahead and pick up all of the world unlocks that he will absolutely need to go forward. He didn't pick up, or they didn't pick up, the scimitar or the bone fists because those worlds are already dead. So, yeah, it's good going forward. Hopefully, our other racers don't forget about those. Those will definitely be important, especially with those worlds having a path to, with those world unlocks being paths to non-existence.
And I feel like with knowing that HP's dead, you kind of lose out on the early, you might have to sacrifice, or you have to figure out like where to get your extra progression points. Because I feel like corridors being 2 progression points and a relatively easy fight, because it's dead, your interest in pushing that might just like go away.
True. Oh, I didn't mark down that there was a money pouch in Beast Castle as well. So,
yeah. For the hint system, money pouch. The auxiliary checks. So money pouch. What is it? Unknown disc.
The
cup
thing in OC.
Both things are for OC. None of those are counted towards the hint system, so that's why they're excluded from the logic.
Right. Still good to know, considering that everybody who has gone to BC has the capacity to buy their world unlocks. Pretty much. Not first big deviation, but like new place that we haven't really seen quite yet is past Hades' escape. So we're gonna see what lies beyond on the bottom right.
Oh, interesting. In the top left from Warehouse Jesus, we're seeing him go to Thomas River. Is he forcing final? Oh no.
He found light and darkness though. He has light and darkness.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess that's fair, but also not, because I think Warehouse Jesus has gone to BC mainly because when I was watching him on the other screen, he went and got that magnet and left. So he didn't go fight Threshold or didn't get the final form.
He didn't go far enough.
So he didn't go far enough to get it. So that's a bit of a blunder that he doesn't know. Luckily, forcing final form doesn't take a ton of time when you have light and darkness.
True.
But it's still a little bit of a...
Oh. He's doing Windows, actually.
Okay. Push. Okay.
That's probably why he was forcing it, so that way he could get a little bit more levels off of these enemies, because I think the planes drop drive orbs, and I think the hammers don't drop drive orbs. I feel like there's a few enemies in here that drop drive orbs.
There are. I believe Fat Bandits here do. I think they spawn after the windows are done.
Correct.
After the windows.
Correct. Do the cars?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, because of how the settings work, everything does drop money. So if they had a drive converter, you could realistically just level, you can level
Go anywhere you
master
want.
pretty much anywhere.
True.
And I missed this hint as well. Hollow Bastion, Path of Connections.
Hollow Bastion, Path of Connections. Okay. So there wasn't anything in the first visit, so if anybody wants to continue on past that and find more things so that we can figure out where proof of connections are, that would be great. Runners, get on that. Right now, I know you can hear me. There are moments like that where you're watching it and it's like, all right, crowd, give them your energy. Tell them to go to blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes they hear you, sometimes they don't. The reflect timing on the Cerberus fight in the bottom right, not going their way, but gets that second chance off the smooth McGroove finish there and gets a second chance. So that would be interesting. But thinking about it, we've had hints for Path of Non-Existence. We've had hints for Path of Connection.
Wow.
All 3 reflects?
Yo.
I mean, hey.
That is a very silly, very, very silly.
That's a silly thing.
And the world's blue, right?
Yeah.
So if you get a hint there, that really narrows it down.
It's true.
Like, you have one of 3 places that proof can be. So yeah, so that, I don't know. It might pay off in the long run, might not. Just have to see.
Actually, what is it? If that world does get hinted, that literally means it has to be.
It has to be Space Pyramids.
SP. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah.
So, see if that leads to something.
Yeah. See if it does.
I think at this point it's probably a no path, if I had to guess.
I would put a good amount of money on saying it's a path, no path.
Gotcha.
Take a quick peek at our bottom right, our recording of a hoo-ha. See what they find here in the rest of OC.
Got ourselves a dodge roll.
Seems they take the interesting route here, which is the warp back up, or the doorway here.
Yeah. What kind of stats they got? They got the stats to make that jump?
Yeah, you should. It's a little weird, but you should be able to make it.
Got our first cure.
So that does eliminate a few worlds. It eliminates 100 Acre.
100 Acre, and it just kills Hollow Bastion even more.
Yeah.
Stop, he's already dead. So all these 100 Acre pushes that people are making really aren't going to do anything in the long run. So, be it unfortunate. But good to know. But the other good thing to know is that there's still more in OC, so we could potentially kill off some more worlds. We also got some leveling going on our top right screen, which I think has just finished up. Still nothing on levels. There's something there, but it's has not shown itself yet.
We actually do have an HB2 push as well from Where's Jesus.
Where's Jesus going HP2?
There we go. Yeah, now we know know this world's dead. However, information onto where proof of connections could be would be nice to know. Nice vicinity.
Oh, we actually do have hints that I missed out on. SP is on path to connection and non-existence.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
So we found a thunder so far.
Found a thunder.
That might be... Oh, never mind. That was... we found a proof already.
Proof in OC. Which proof is that?
Non-existence.
Non-existence.
Okay.
So going off of that hint alone, that means, and also from the creations hint, that does mean that I believe it is SP is dead completely, as well as... What's the other one? Twilight Town.
Twilight Town's dead. Okay. Levels are also dead.
Levels are dead.
Because OC has no path, and we found second chance. So let's see what our small group is left here. We've got Pride Lands. We have Beast Castle. There's still more in OC. Pride Lands, Beast Castle, LOD, and STT. Which, now that we've eliminated so many worlds and we haven't found too much for the Proof of Peace, that's starting to look like an STT for the Proof of Peace. Because the only things that hinted are Valor and Limit. So, and you got as slim pickings as that.
And we are going to switch over and show our other set of peeps that we had at the beginning. See if any of them have made any significant or interesting progress. We have 2 people leveling right now.
Looks...
Oh, interesting. We have in the top left that it's Little Herdez. They actually did push all of... or they pushed Hostile Program, and they got a Sword of the Ancestor out of it.
And it looks like Bab found Valor somewhere in World That Never Was.
Okay. Now, we don't have a hint for the World That Never Was yet, correct?
No, not for it specifically.
Okay, so I'm just working on my theory. Just kind of
I am having a tiny bit of small tech issues. We'll see if it's alleviated soon. Okay, it seems like we're fine now.
good deal. Ooh, we think okay, let's go, LOD. All right.
I don't think anybody else has even stepped foot in there outside of the shotgun, so...
So what have we got hinted for connection? Like what worlds have we got hinted for connection? We've got Hollow Bastion, right?
Hollow Bastion... I believe that's our only hint for it.
Wait a minute, hold on. Top right screen. Is that a torn page wisdom form in a sword or a
Skilled crossbones.
Is that all from Hollow Bastion?
And Hollow Bastion, yes.
Wow. How about that? So knowing that, that's all stuff that's already dead. So it doesn't really help us towards proof of connection. But it's good to know where they are. Alright, now we're starting to... Oh. I was about to say, we're starting to get into the bulk of LOD, but I guess not.
Looks like we got another hint. Space Paranoid's connection and non-existence. If I'm reading that right.
Connection and non-existence. Okay, well...
Yep.
The non-existence is correct because the thunder hints OC. So the connection boils down to LOD and Pride Lands, which are still both alive. Yeah, and we haven't found anything else that supports either one of those.
And I believe we do have one more new hint from Little Her Disney, top left. Pride Lands has no path to light. They haven't found a single important check there. So it could be the weird case for path hints, where, because of how progression works, every world gets hinted. A world can literally just have a proof, and that's literally it. So technically, it is a no path because the proof doesn't hint anything.
Correct.
So we'll see if that's the case for this Pride Lands.
Looks like we're gonna see what Herdez does, if he decides to do Roxas or not. I think at some point you have to look at trying to make your way up, but we'll see when they want to do that, if they feel comfortable.
I think right now. I think they're comfortable, right? Yeah, I'm just kind of looking over the cheat sheet right now and seeing what else needs to be hinted to really tell between LOD and Pride Lands. And the only real difference between them besides the world unlocks is a fire. A fire would tell us that it's in Pride Lands over LOD. So, yeah. So yeah, we're going to town on Roxas on both of the top screens. The runner that we looked at earlier that had already gone to the world never was. Guarantee they probably just quick ran him.
Oh no, the Beyblades.
Ooh.
The Beyblades.
Let it rip.
Uh-oh. So
Uh-oh.
you gotta reflect. Okay, it's a little scary, and you just...
Oh, yeah, you got Beyblade.
And the Beyblades.
Sometimes you just get Beybladed.
Yeah. It's like those videos that you see where it's like, you just got Weezered. Like, just out of nowhere.
I forgot those existed.
I love those. 'Cause I'm just such a music guy that, like, whenever I'm listening, I'm like, oh, I can see where they're going with this. Like, I can hear it. Hear what song we got an SP2 push. I think we're trying to figure out where exactly this proof of connection is by going here. So, well, in the top right's case, you're also trying to figure out where the proof of non-existence is, which we know it to be OC, but they don't know that yet.
Right, yeah.
So
The big thing is, like, you kind of don't want to necessarily gamble for some people. Like, you don't want to guess between 3 different worlds which one could have had it.
right.
So essentially, pushing for more info can help you narrow down which actually could have the proof you're looking for.
Correct. Which it is really interesting that they pushed Hollow Bastion as well to get that information, but Hollow Bastion just didn't give it to him.
Looks like Herdez is going straight into Zigbar.
All right.
See how this pans out for him.
Now remember, this is beginners.
Yeah, you have 47 strength, 50 magic. You have Hori, actually, for Herdez.
This fight can still be scary on beginner, but it's a lot less scary than like doing it on crit. So okay. I'm just learning information. So. All right.
Valor 7. Unfortunately, Nerdy, it cannot be Valor 7. We know that drives are dead because of Beast's Castle. Beast's Castle has a final form. And because there's no path to light, that means it is dead.
However, Valor form will be nice to let them know, hey, go to STT. I am holding true to that fact that it is an STT. Ooh, okay. I just learned some information. Alright.
Is there anything in this SP? Oh yeah, we are done with Zigbar. Honestly, I kind of wasn't paying attention at Zigbar fight. I figured it would go over so incredibly smoothly, and it actually did.
Yeah, a very just clean fight. And half-eaten trash pizza doing Scar.
Oh, this Scar's being the worst. He has not... Okay, he finally stopped.
Yeah, but we're going into Luxord. Found a torn page in The World That Never Was. But, yeah. Top right, stopping right before... hostile program, or not hostile program, MCP. So there's still something there in the SP, but we just didn't want to go that far. And this should be a Scar kill. There we go.
Cure on Scar.
And yep, Cure is the only thing there. Kills off the world. So we know LOD has to have proof of connection.
So now the question is, how far into LOD is it?
That is the question. Are we going to Throne Room?
Yeah.
Will it be before then?
Are we going to skip 2 from
Your skips are actually disabled for this. So there will be no skipping. It is essentially like League. Yeah, we will have skips enabled for next week though, or for the next format for Eat the Crown. So you are able to skip in that if you have the tools. Just not for this setting, and as well for King of the Datas or King of the Worlds.
Right.
So because of no skips for this, because of no Shan Yu skip. If it is not if it's not on Shan Yu and is in Throne Room, that means we have people have to figure out that it is in or they need to go
SP.
to screens or SP. Sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's right after screens, right? So
hostile
basically right.
program.
Hostile
so
program,
kind
also.
of.
Yeah, you're right. It's after screens. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Something's on SP. Oh yeah, it's definitely after. Or it's on MCP. Yeah, it's after screens. There you go. You're right. All right, getting the Syax fight.
Hopefully Syax doesn't DM here. Okay, good. Catches him.
Yeah, should be good.
Okay, we do have another hint, actually.
There's the other money pouch. Anyway,
So,
go ahead.
100 Acre is on path to connection. So, that I think that concludes that, what is it? Connections is in SP, or is in LOD.
Yeah, because okay, yeah. Then the torn page is in Hall of Bastion, leads towards LOD. Where else was hinted? 100 Acre, yeah.
I guess now we can go back to the question of where do we, as the viewers, where can we find the pieces?
I've been saying it's STT this entire time. We don't have Limit. We don't have Valor. We don't know where they're at.
Left?
Yeah,
Valor was in World That Never Was.
the Valor's in World
Right,
Never was. So
It's unhinted.
Yeah.
Unhinted.
Yeah.
Is the
So as
thing.
soon as that gets hinted as Path to Peace, boom, it's STT time. The only thing that would suck is if Limit Form is an STT, so that it hits itself.
It would not be something unheard of from my settings.
Correct.
Cough,
That-
the
that-
ABN qualifier and relegations had the limits and or Trinity and STT.
Yeah. That's Geek Seeds for you. Well, we're all the way up to Combo Master in the cave at LOD, as well as a torn page. So, LOD is on the path to connection. It would have to be.
Yeah, I'm looking over these hints. I think it has to be SP now because every world is eliminated except for STT.
Yep. So we know where all our proofs are now. We just gotta see when our runners get to it. And I think most of our runners are figuring out that LOD is the play.
We can try to see what the other set of runners we have. You can say where
You're gonna love
they're all
this.
at. Oh no, I'm terrified.
All LOD.
That's impressive. That is very impressive. I'm proud of everyone. These guys are grading way better at Path as a result.
That's why I was like, I think most of our runners know where this is at. But one of our runners is up to Sean Yu, so we know that it's either on Sean Yu or it's in LOD 2.
And what is it? We've only seen a blizzard and a torn page here, so really, that really is just nothing. Oh, so close, please. All right.
There we go. All right, is it on the get bonus or not the get bonus, but like, what would it be? The hidden dragon?
The reward, I would say. Is one most
Yeah,
likely.
the
That's
reward.
what you
There.
called it. Ooh, it is.
Ooh, now many
unfortunately
sketches. That hints
not
towards
there.
that.
So, for some people, it is going to be a Sword of the Ancestor hunt.
Yeah. Now's where you're going to see a lot of deviation, because you're going to get your haves versus your have-nots.
Okay, we actually have our first SCT push right now from Ravspect, I believe. Yeah, I'm looking over this. So we have Warehouse of Jesus, I believe, has Sword of the Ancestor. I think that's it. That's it on our screen. That is.
Yeah, just from what we're seeing, I'm looking at the others. Only
I believe two or three of them haven't.
Little Herd is the only one that has the other. As the only other one that has that right now.
And then the top right on the other one as well. So, or top right and bottom left. So,
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 4. We got half our runners essentially have the Story of the Ancestor. So
That's it's looking pretty good for them. To clarify again, for this top 8 group race, half moves on, and literally that is exactly half. 4 people with Sword of the Ancestor have that advantage.
you know what I'd love? I'd love for the first thing you get in STT to be the proof. That would be funny.
The Pence check.
Yeah.
Pence,
Either that or
Pence
the
saves the day.
height or the station. Interesting Demix fight going on. See if we can get more information on where this proof of connection is that we already know where it is. All right, Pence, give it to us. Yeah!
Wait, why are you, Rav? Why are you still going? Rav, why are you still going? Leave,
Rav, stop.
Please.
leave, Rav.
But
Yeah.
You know what?
there's
Actually,
more here. There's more here. The Sword of the Ancestor could be here, dude.
no. That's actually the exact point that makes this so scary.
Right.
Because you kind of don't have any idea where it could be. Now, logically speaking, if we look at that SP, so we know the Sword of the Ancestor has to be in a world that hints both. Actually, no, sorry, it has to be in a world that hints connection. I bet. So,
Correct.
oh, this makes things a little tricky for some people. For example, the Sword of the Ancestor on Rav's specs tractor, it could be in 100 Acre, because that hints connection.
True. Could be in 100 Acre. Could be anywhere that there's a Thunder. Anywhere there's a Torn Page. Is the
Could be
the
in
big ones.
Hollow
So,
Bastion.
yeah.
So from their perspective, this isn't a bad choice. This is like a metagame choice by committing to this. Never mind. Okay, leave. You leave.
Leave.
It's a fire.
Now.
Get out.
Get out. You found us
Turn
out.
blue.
He turned to leave, but there's no save point there yet. All right, now get out. So, kind STT. It was a very kind STT. Oh!
Oh my god, they're going.
Dang.
They're going. They made the call.
They're going. Yeah. Now,
Oh, they're
Here's-
leveling too. That's so smart. They actually don't have that much HP, I will say. So they can get to low enough. It will take them a little bit, but that is a potential XP boost location they can really get if they really want.
right. I'd still give the edge to Warehouse Jesus here. I think he has enough information to figure out where the proof of peace is, and I think he can figure this out once he gets this proof here.
Well, he's gonna get a what was it? It's a cure from Scar.
Yes.
Oh wait, sorry, looking at the wrong screen.
Well,
Looking at
yeah.
KotC screen.
Yeah, he's
That's my bad.
already up, going to. He's already almost at throne room.
Disregard me on that one.
Oh,
I will say, it's very funny. I did gloss over it. He's actually not the only one with Reflega in this seed. That is very interesting. I'll probably go back in their VODs later and clip their reactions.
that's pretty good.
And so we're almost at the throne room, just the fight before.
Right. It also
See
depends
if I
on
could,
how much
Bump this.
how
There we
much
go.
everybody has gone to through the world that never was. So, because that could be something else he could do after this. Be like, all right, I've got 2 proofs. Let's push the world that never was. Now let's go hunt for this. Because that would also give him some progression points to figure out more of where the proof of peace could be.
And it's on Storm Rider.
Storm Rider.
Here we go.
Wow. It's been a very long time since I've actually seen Storm Rider required for a seed. Whether it be Storm Rider on the way to Data Zigbar or actually Storm Rider. Yes, Meth, that is indeed a Reflega Disney Castle.
Like a DC?
How I roll that, I have no idea.
Just geek seeds. That's all you need to know.
So it was Reflera before Old Pete, and then Reflega on Windows. So you had at least
Warehouse
Reflera,
Jesus
which is
gonna
basically all you
get kill.
want. The next snap?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't get
Oh.
the next snap, but is still swag.
Smacks him in the belly and kills him.
Oh, actually, we have Khaled in the top right, also about to get Reflega.
Nice. Jesus is about to get his final proof. And then it's going to be a big STT point. Also, it's weird for me to say that Jesus is getting the third proof. Jesus' proofs are the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Alright. Start to see a lot of tower pushes now, and just people trying to figure out where's the Sword of the Ancestors.
Now, a lot of people do have it at this point, or are about to get it. So
Right.
we have in the bottom right, Hoo-Ha, they have it. Bottom left, Rapspec's about to have it. So I believe that will make 5 or 6 people with it. Yep, and there goes Khaled leaving after fighting the beautiful Reflega.
Now, I think we only have one of our runners that have reached the top of tower, right? I forget.
Yes, Little Herdez has finished
Little
all
Herdez.
of the one never was.
I'm just looking over at them real quick. They still have not gotten a single proof. So that's interesting. Anyway, people that are on screen, watch the top left because he's about to be like, oh crap.
Yes, he's right. Oh no.
Sigh of relief.
I love like just his entire posture this entire time has been leaned back. He's like, lean forward. All right.
Yeah, but now he has to do all of the one never was.
All the world never was.
So granted, his stats are looking pretty okay. 40 strength, 49 magic. You're kind of okay.
Yeah. Get some levels on the way up.
Yeah. I think depending on how you're feeling, there's different methods. If you're feeling like, oh god, I'm scared of losing, I'm super nervous, you just ignore every chest. I believe Jesus is going to be taking the safe approach, I think. He's opening all the chests so far. Oh, is he gonna go for a quick run?
Is he quick on it?
I didn't see. Do they quit double
My-
negative? I know they have that.
My
no,
brother
they're
in
fighting.
Christ.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, he's fighting. He's fine. It's a little spooky at the beginning, but
spooky.
this is fine. So this... Oh, why would we go for another ground combo? Okay,
Or just
he's
magic
fine.
him. You should be able to just magic him and kill him at that point. There we go.
Alright,
Still
looked a little
quick.
spooky.
Still good. Alright, but we got 2 more of our runners down here about to find their third proof. Our top right runner still is missing 2 proofs, but opting to get to the top of tower 4 whenever they are able to go. Yeah, this is now a race to the top of tower.
Yeah, for a lot of
This is turned
people.
A
into.
lot of people, yep.
Mhm.
See, 2, 3, 4, 3 people so far.
I kind of like this because now it's kind of a, how do I best put it, a skill display. Like how best can you take out these bosses, not flashy but optimally? Do you know the optimal plays? Do you know how to keep them stun locked? How to get through them quickly? Like, for example, that Syax, boom, like in the top right, extremely quick.
We will be stepping away from those guys for a little bit to see where our other races are at. Wow, so we have another person with Reflega. Is that 4 people with Reflega? That is.
There's 4 people with Reflega.
That's insane.
You know what, since we already know everything in this seat, I'm just gonna go the full screen watching. Turn off all my trackers and stuff.
For sure. Alright, I'm gonna refresh your streams to combat the lag that I have to deal with. So what is it? Where are we at right now regarding other people? We have one person, or was it? We have in the top right, KH2. They are missing the proof in STT, and they're also missing proof in LD, which they're on their way to get. We have in the top left Little Herdez, who's doing OC finally.
Yeah, the bottom right, I'm not sure why we're pushing 100 Acre Wood right now.
They might be in that mindset of, I don't know where Sword of the Ancestor is, but it has to be in a connection hinted world.
That's true, yeah.
So I believe that is, I think that might be the only reason why. I think in that position, in that mindset, you probably should maybe push HB.
Yeah. Push HB, I mean, we don't really have a hint for SP yet, so yeah, that's not entirely on your radar.
Yeah, the Thunder unfortunately points to both, so it doesn't exactly sell you, hey, Sword of the Ancestor could be here.
Correct. But we got Little Herdez going through OC, so they're going to find the proof of non-existence here in a little bit. Whether or not they find it and the proof of peace before for all of our runners who already have all their proofs are making their way up to the top of tower, that remains to be seen.
So I think out of all these people, Herdez is the first one to finish tower. Then from the other set of people, we have Khaled. I believe they are done with tower. We have Trash Pizza on the bottom left of our current stream. They are on their way to Syax, or they're doing Syax right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 5, 6 people clearing tower. I think there are 2 others.
Yep, Warehouse is finishing Luxord right now.
So if I were to say, out of everybody here of our 8 racers and everything like that, I'd give, if I were to say anybody is in the lead, I'd say it was Warehouse Jesus. Just with him having all the proofs already and only being a boss behind Trash Pizza, which is our, in my opinion, second place, because he can just easily go into STT and get that proof of peace if he knows it's there. So
I hope he does. He might have enough info to figure it out.
Yeah.
Or rather, he might have enough info to know it has to be in there versus directly knowing.
Because something I've found out over time with doing path hints and everything like that is that if you don't find a ton of hints for a certain item or for a certain proof, it's one of 2 places. It's either levels or STT, because they're the ones that have the least amount of things leading to them. So,
alright, that's actually really solid advice, just to sort of keep on the back of your mind the whole time when you play.
Yeah. So if it's like, hey, I'm getting a lot of stuff for proof of connection and proof of piece, but proof of non-existence, I'm not seeing too much here. Oh, it's probably... is the level still alive? Is STT still alive? Then it's there.
On the top right, we have a bit of a struggle on the Storm Rider fight.
Yeah. Storm Rider's not one that you typically see too often, because usually the throne room is the place that has the thing that you're looking for. Right, so it's so it's not one that too many people are going to know the strats or how to fight optimally or anything like that. But there's our kill, there's the proof of connection. So now we just got to step into STT for our top right runner. We got Zemnis fight from Trash Pizza. We got a proof of non-existence from Little Air Des, who is saving their game. Never hurts. Going to STT, so Little Air Des getting a little bit of a lead on Trash Pizza, who will probably be stepping in there relatively soon.
Alright, I will quickly change our link. Oh, hold up. I put the wrong name in.
Yeah, I was about to say, because looking at our other screen as we're transitioning over, Warehouse Jesus is fighting Zemnis. Not Final Zemnis, but Zemnis 1. I think this is his second... I think that's his second tower. Or no, it's the first.
Just the first one.
Oh no, Trash Pizza, what are you doing? Oh
Trash Pizza.
no. Wait.
Trashy. Come on, bud.
Oh no.
No, please.
Okay, he
please
is
leave.
leaving.
Thank God.
Alright, and he is going straight to STT. So we have a race.
We have a race. Ooh.
So it's looking pretty solid for these four racers. That at least these guys might all qualify. But I don't know. The
Fourth
other
is
racers.
Fourth remains to be seen here. Or actually, no, never mind. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah, all these guys are about to get their proof of peace, or rather, the left two racers are Herdez and Trash Pizza.
Yeah. The only other racer I wouldn't count out right now would be Rav Spect, who is on our other one. They are climbing up tower fighting Syx right now with all three proofs. So...
Alright, that would put them about a fight behind everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Warehouse Jesus, first one into final fights, with a not a commanding lead, but a lead nonetheless. So
I just realized in the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we're just now going into the world that never was.
Yeah, so they're actually going to be objectively behind Ravspect, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna quickly refresh this slot in Ravspect since they are the most ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're about to enter.
Zemnis 1, just...
Little Air Des just now getting into final fights as well. Trash Pizza as well, just about to enter final fights. Ravspect is a fight behind. As far as I can tell, and I'm going to switch to or look at the other racers that we've got. Everybody else is chasing leads that either aren't going to pay out or are coming a little too late.
Yeah, I think our closest one is Kisudoisu at this point, compared to these guys.
Yeah. Unless
I think.
the only one I can't see is the
Yes.
the async. So I don't know how our async guy is doing.
If you want to take a peek,
That is currently in Hollow Bastion 2. And they have not gotten connection.
Are you looking
Alright,
at them, Dare?
I just had them on one of my monitors looking at them.
Okay.
Well,
Alright, so I'm looking at the async, and they are about to start The World Never Was. They are missing the proof from STT, but they did just get the proof from LED, so I believe that means they will probably also be behind these 4 racers, unfortunately.
Yes. Literally, this race came down to finding the Sword of the Ancestor. So, yeah. It's not over till it's over, but it, as I usually say,
is looking
pretty
over.
over. It's looking pretty over. So
pretty over.
yeah.
It's quite unfortunate that the Sword of the Ancestor was just on hostile program right after screens. That is definitely a mindset a lot of people have been trying to instill, which is if you're trying to get progression points and you just push screens, that hostile program is not a bad choice ever.
Mm-hmm.
So some people taking that to heart and getting rewarded for it.
So, something pretty fun. If you want to take bets in chat or anything like that. Warehouse Jesus is a little bit behind in loadless to Little Air Des. And so depending on how optimally each of them go through here, Little Air Des could snipe first place in this race from Warehouse Jesus, who entered final fights a little bit earlier. So, yeah. For all the Little Air Des fans, root on your... root them on. Yeah, meanwhile, we got Trash Pizza going through the core, about to fight Armored Zemnis 1. And Ravspect destroying some turbines. Yeah, all of our racers played pretty well. I mean, given what the seed was thrown at them, everybody did a really good job.
They actually had to play a path seed, you know, unlike the relegation seed, which was a go mode. This is they actually had to play path.
Get to play path.
Imagine getting to play a random seed. Alright, we're in laser phase for Warehouse Jesus. Which, right now, the only thing he has advantage-wise over Little Air Des is he's got that Reflega.
That is true. Oh, this is looking... Yeah, unfortunately, I think he did session a little bit too early.
Yeah,
But,
Little Air Des sniping that first place spot.
And
Excellent job,
GGs.
Little Air Des.
Congrats on getting first place in this relegation or this top 8 race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice job. Once again, doing the session just a little bit too early on Jesus' side. Depending on how much damage he does, it could get him past the dome.
Oh, he's out of items.
He's out of
That's
items.
so awkward.
Okay. Luckily,
Okay.
Riku can back him up.
How did Riku do that? That is actually insane. Riku threw an ether?
Good job, Riku.
Wow.
And there you go. There's Warehouse Jesus coming in at second place. Trash Pizza beginning his fight against the final Zemnis. And then Ravspect Unarmored Xemnas 2 on the second phase, making quick work of it. Yeah, for our other racers, one is about to find proof of connection.
We're gonna quickly refresh these. So it'll be a tiny bit off. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so the top left racer about to find the proof of connection. Bottom right racer, I have a feeling they are just trying to find the Sword of the Ancestor. Love that path to all lights in Port Royal, so that means that limit form was in Port Royal.
Oh, they get domes.
Oh, we got a dome. So, Ravspect has a opportunity to snipe. But luckily, given our other racers, the only one that's close to them right now is fighting Xemnas 1. So, so pretty sure this is still going to be your top 4 no matter how this fight against Final Xemnas goes.
Yeah, it's not looking good for everyone else. Oh, they're so close.
Ooh,
okay,
so
Ravspect
close.
does get it. Oh,
Alright,
Trash
Ravspect.
Pizza on the bottom left. A little unfortunate they didn't double reflect.
Very nice Ravspect.
Very nice from Ravspect. GG's to them.
GG's.
Alright, if you're Trash Pizza, you don't know this, but you're probably like panicking a little bit on the inside.
Yeah. Luckily, you're about to get past the threshold for. So he should be good here to.
Oh yeah, he's fine now.
They're fine. Yep.
And that is GG's.
GG's to them.
The Trash Pizza. Wow, super respectable finish from them. And that will be our top 4 for this. I don't think
GG's
there's Go ahead.
Use Little Ardez. We just rated you.
Ah, the double rating.
Ooh, and Warehouse Jesus. Second place. Good job, guys.
Yeah, well, let me update this and pull in our people.
Alright.
Alright, this. There we go. Okay, quickly showed.
Yeah, so we got someone in final fights. We got a Zigbar fight with all of our proofs. Considering the cutscenes just playing out on the bottom left, I think they're DNFing.
Yeah, I believe that is a DNF from Khaled. Yeah, I just DNF'd.
Yeah, because yeah, they just found where Sword of the Ancestor is, so that pretty much tells them, okay, yep, that's what I need to find. So yeah, but GG's to them. They did a good job. It was very good.
I think
Ravspec GG.
There we go. I didn't put Kisu. I believe they're gonna attempt to finish this.
More than likely.
Oh yeah, okay. Kisu is in final fights.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, everybody that's left is in tower somewhere. Yeah, our bottom right runner still doesn't have the proof of peace.
I just
knows where
realized
it's at.
their video is actually delayed on my end. I am a little bit a little wrong there. They actually are about this far in. Yeah, so they are in final fights. Apologies for not having their thing lined up correctly. For some reason, I thought it would be. So we do have a race at least for the bottom.
There you go.
This is at least going to be close.
Half-eaten trash pizza, GG's. Welcome in. We're seeing how our last three runners, one of which being a VOD, plays out.
You guys actually didn't have to play Path Hints today.
No go
Definitely,
gotta earn it.
Yeah. I will say go modes are hard. Oh, go on.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's good to have that mix of seeds to do, like train you on go modes, train you on path hints and everything like that. But you still hate to see them. It's just they do help with experience and in the long run. But yeah, go ahead and say what you were going to say. It's going to be more philosophical than I was.
These settings are just any kind of race with this level of with the skill level, how close everyone is in skill level. It's always going to be such a great challenge.
Right.
So yeah, everyone did play super well. So we're seeing two people on Final Zemnis now. The top right, our KH2 is about to get into this phase. Wow, they're right there. And they get it. Damn. Damn, that was
120-20. So nice. Nice job. Clinching that 5th place.
Alright, let's see if our recording hoo-ha, if they are able to get some good luck here as well.
That was real nice.
Alright, about to be GG's for hoo-ha. And that will be GG's to them.
GG's to them. Our last runner currently fighting Syx.
I believe they will finish this out.
I mean, you're right there. You found all the proofs. You're...
But I will say, actually, now that we're, since we do have a bit of a lull before this finishes, well, we can actually take a peek at our updated bracket. So we have our winners for this top 8 group race. Little Herdez, Warehouse Jesus, Aravspect, and Half Eaten Trash Pizza. These guys will advance and retain their spots for the Eat the Crown top 8. They will start already in top 8 of that. As for the bottom 4, KH2, hoo-ha, Bob, and Callet, they actually get to skip open qualifiers for the next format, and they get to start in relegations. So that is your bonus for still placing well in this tournament. You don't have to do one phase of the tournament. You get to sort of take it easy for one extra day. And we will see all these guys for Eat the Crown. And let's see who gets to take them all on next week, or in 2 weeks.